A democracy that does not protect your freedom to speak, move, assemble, and associate is not really a democracy. Article 19 is the constitutional protection for these freedoms. Before anything else, you need to remember one absolutely critical fact. Article 19 is available only to citizens of India. Foreigners living in India do not get Article 19 rights. This is directly tested in almost every UPSC exam cycle. Article 19 Clause 1 gives 6 freedoms. There used to be 7. The right to acquire, hold, and dispose of property was Subclause F. The 44th Amendment of 1978 deleted it. So the 6 freedoms today run as subclauses A, B, C, D, E, and G. There is no subclause F. If any exam option says subclause F still exists, it is wrong. Let me walk you through each freedom. Subclause A is freedom of speech and expression. This is the most expansive and most litigated of all freedoms. The Supreme Court has read into it the freedom of the press, the right to receive information, the right to broadcast, the right to commercial speech through advertisements, and even the right to remain silent. In the Anuradha Bhasin v. Union of India case of 2020, the court held that Internet access is also protected under Article 19 Subclause A and Subclause G. Internet shutdowns cannot be done arbitrarily. They must satisfy a proportionality test. Subclause B is freedom to assemble peaceably and without arms. Note, peaceable assembly. Note, without arms. Both conditions. The state can restrict assembly for sovereignty, integrity of India, and public order only. Morality is notably absent as a restriction ground for assembly. Subclause C is freedom to form associations, unions, or cooperative societies. The word cooperative societies was added by the 97th Amendment of 2011. Subclauses D and E are freedom to move freely throughout India and freedom to reside and settle in any part of India. They share the same restriction clause, Article 19, Clause 5. Restrictions can be for interests of the general public or to protect any scheduled tribe area. This is why states can restrict outsiders from settling in protected tribal regions. Subclause G is freedom to practice any profession or carry on any occupation, trade, or business. Each of these freedoms has a corresponding restriction clause. The restrictions can only be imposed by a law, not by executive order. The restrictions must be reasonable, meaning proportional and not excessive. And the restrictions must be on the specific grounds listed for each freedom. For speech under Subclause A, the grounds are sovereignty and integrity of India, security of the state, friendly relations with foreign states, public order, decency or morality, contempt of court, defamation, and incitement to an offense. The Shreyas Singhal v. Union of India case of 2015 is the most important Internet freedom case. The Supreme Court struck down Section 66A of the Information Technology Act, which had criminalized online speech that was merely annoying, offensive, or inconvenient to someone. The court held this violated Article 19 subclause because the terms were vague and overbroad. The grounds listed in Article 19 Clause 2 are exhaustive. Annoyance and inconvenience are not among them. For your exams, remember that the test for a valid restriction has 3 parts. Imposed by law, not executive order, on the specified grounds only, and reasonable, meaning proportional to the objective. Now your MCQ. The 44th Constitutional Amendment of 1978 deleted which subclause from Article 19 Clause 1? Option 1. Subclause B relating to the freedom to assemble peaceably. Option 2. Subclause G relating to the freedom to practice a profession. Option 3. Subclause F relating to the right to acquire, hold, and dispose of property. Option 4. Subclause C relating to the freedom to form associations and unions. Think carefully. The correct answer is option 3. The 44th Amendment deleted subclause F, which had given the right to acquire, hold, and dispose of property as a fundamental right. After this deletion, the current 6 freedoms run as A, B, C, D, E, and G, with F missing from the sequence. Property is now only a legal right under Article 300A.